Today we're going to talk about um, learning to love the way you look throughout the process. We'll talk about that later on during the workout when it's kind of emptied out, but should be a good topic to go over. My pants got stuck. We'll do one more. I probably could have gotten like 8 if I didn't have that like happen. But these pants were too long. Oh well. Whew. Nah. Let's do the 95s. Okay. Let us go do some flies. Alrighty. This cough needs to just go away, bro. Warm up. See how well we do here because my biceps are sore. I can feel it in my arms and my biceps hurt, so it's whatever. I can only do so much. I need to cut these when I get home, bro. Had these for too long. One more here. One more off camera. We'll go do some Larson press. Nah, it's just not happening. Alrighty. One more off camera. Alrighty. Probably just the 2 sets. Almost got a hair in my eye. Should be good. Ah. Alrighty. So we got one more set. Probably the 85s. And then we'll do some rows. We'll finally start talking about our topic for today. I apologize for all the coughing. My cough somehow returned, so yeah. Wonderful. It's whatever. Hopefully it goes away soon. Sweaty. Last set. And then some rows. Okay. Let's go to some rows. Might as well. Alrighty. We'll start talking about our topic now. So, learning to love yourself throughout the process. Now, what I mainly want to address is, and I guess like, this is more of a personal thing, if anything, but learning to love yourself in like the bulk phase when you may not be as lean as you would normally be, when you're cutting down. And personally, I've struggled with this a lot, where, I kind of enjoy the benefits of it, right? You get stronger, you progress your lifts or whatever, but you don't look as good, right? Like most days, you don't look as good as you would if you were leaned out and you were all at your best. And it's difficult because, and I think this is a good reason why I think bodybuilding isn't really like a sport for everyone, is because you have to deal with the highs and lows of the way you look and kind of just like not let it affect you mentally. You have to be content with the idea that like the process does include some areas in which, or does include some steps in which you might not be the most comfortable, right? In which you might not enjoy your appearance, or you might not enjoy what you're having to eat. You might not enjoy what you're having to do. And those periods will test whether or not you can not only envision yourself further down the road, but they'll test whether or not you're committed to it, right? If you're committed to doing something, you're committed to a goal, even if you are in those rough areas, it won't deter you from doing what you know you need to do. Whereas the person that really isn't as committed, they hit a rough patch and they immediately go back to what they were doing before. But yeah, it's more a personal thing than anything. I struggle. I think me more so than most, because the initial start of my journey was so rough, and like a lot of it stemmed from self-hatred, that like I'm a lot more, well, not self-hatred, but I've always been kind of like my own worst critic. And so whenever I get to a point where I'm not at my best, I kind of like over-examine or over-analyze those specific flaws, if that makes sense. And it's not bad to be critical of yourself, but it is unhealthy for you to be overly critical. Right? You're not always going to be in that perfect state. And you have to kind of recognize that you're human, if that makes sense. Recognize that you have to go through a process, and that process might not always look the way you want it to. Through anything, it doesn't have to be the gym, right? Through any kind of thing that's worth pursuing, you kind of have to recognize that sometimes hardship is going to happen. And the people that choose to weather the storm instead of, back down, are the people that are going to come out of it successful, right? Regardless of the metric you have. So we'll talk about it a little bit more, but kind of wanted to get that out of the way at the beginning. We'll try our normal weight. I'm not expecting to get it because my biceps are sore, and two, I did deadlifts like yesterday, so we'll see. If I get 5, I'll be fine. I'll be content with 5, but hopefully I get more than that. That side. Nah. Yeah. I knew it. Too heavy. My erectors are too sore. It's the hard part about having legs right before another like pretty major muscle group. Is that like if you push yourself hard for legs, like it carries over to this. So there's not really much you can do. It would take me restructuring my entire workout to like fix this problem. And I am too lazy to do that. Not too lazy, but I'm too stuck in my ways. I'm content with what I'm doing here. And I'm making good progress, even though some of it does get affected by the other workouts. That I'm still making some pretty decent progress. So I'm happy. There's a thought that popped into my mind. Is it wrong? Is it wrong for me to want others to experience the same pain that I did? Not in the sense that, I think it's more in the sense of, okay, let me restart. Is it wrong for me to want people to experience the same pain that I did? Not in the sense of, having some sort of wrong done to them, which was my case, but in the sense that they're inspired and motivated to, like that pain inspires them and pushes them to be better than they are. I see way too many people in the gym and my school that you can tell they don't have purpose. You can see it in their eyes. They have no drive, no passion, nothing to push them to be better. And it saddens me because I know that those people have potential. And I know that those people have a calling, a purpose to fulfill. And they choose to sit on the sideline and they accept being mediocre. They accept being average. They accept just kind of existing. And I don't want that for anyone. I would much rather you experience pain and through that pain become something more than you stay average because you protected yourself. If that makes sense. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I think it's probably as a result of the fact that like I'm pushing myself to be better. And because of that, my mindset has changed in some way. And I've had conversations with other people and they tell me that I'm scary for the way that I think. Because I hate the idea of being average. I hate it. I cannot stand the idea of me being someone who's a nobody. And I know that there's this cliche where it's like people are like, oh, well, everybody's a somebody. No, let's be real here. To be somebody, you have to make something of yourself. It takes discipline, it takes action, it takes, purpose and motivation, and all these things that people strive for, so they strive for. But no one actually pursues it, right? Everyone has that idea. Everyone knows what you're supposed to do, but no one does it. No one pursues it. I don't know. Let me know if I'm overthinking things, but that's just how I feel. I cannot stand, and you see it all the time in the gym, all the time. I think a big reason why I don't like when I see people that are like men in particular that are, they're 16 to 17 years old. They're young. They're little kids, and they take their shirt off in the middle of the gym and they start flexing in the mirror. And it's not to say that their achievements aren't anything, right? They what you achieve in and of itself is important, but I think what I don't like about that is that it comes off as arrogant. Like, who are you at the current state that you're in to feel that accomplishment, if that makes sense? To feel a sense that you are the pinnacle of where you can be. How arrogant can you be as a man, as a person, to feel that you are at the best of your ability? And like, there's like this threshold that you have to cross, I'm assuming, that everyone knows, right? This threshold that you cross where you've moved from essentially using this as a hobby to someone that is, the pinnacle of achievement. And only once you cross that threshold can you then publicly announce, hey, I'm not publicly announce, but I guess have the right to that arrogance, right? And not to say that arrogant people are, warranted, but like at least there's some form of merit behind what they are feeling. When you're that young, you don't have the right to do that. You have a lot of work to do. It's like turning in your assignment. It's like turning in a homework assignment half done and telling the teacher I should get an A. Huh? Like, you don't get to say that. You have work to do. You have time that's you have time to be better. And forget time, you have the duty to get better because you've already started this process. Why are you wasting your time? Not wasting your time, but like, why are you spending your time pretending to be arrogant for something you shouldn't be like arrogant about? If that makes sense. I don't know how really to formulate this thought. I'm just kind of like winging it here, but hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying. I don't know. Oh, hello, my love. Yeah,
Are you gonna do a set?
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go do some.
Okay, my love. I'll have to give you your shorts.
You don't have to do it now.
I can do it after this set. I'm only going to do the sauce set anyways, on camera, and then I have to do one off because my rectors hurt from deadlifts yesterday.
So you want me to wait or go do my set?
Just wait here. I'm going to finish this quickly. Alrighty. One more off camera.
Attention members, the call will be closing in 30 minutes.
Alrighty. We got this, and then we'll check things out. So it shouldn't be too bad. I forget how many you did the hundreds for, but I think we did more than normal. Or at least more than normal without a spotter. So I'm happy about that. So warm up, and then we'll see what we're gonna do. Not the full stack, but probably run under it. So sweaty. It's really funny. Alrighty. Let's go. Let me check things out. Alrighty. This is how we are looking today. If you did enjoy the content, please drop a like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video.